Colts mascot prominently featured in that video. It's Wednesday, so it's time for Start 'em, Sit 'em with the man who goes. He's in the lab on NFL.com, writing the Start 'em, Sit 'em column every single week. You can go check it out at NFL.com/startsits. It's Michael F. Florio. He's going to tell you who to start and who to sit. We got a couple guys who are sitting right now, and that is Marcus Grant and Adam Brandt.
I've been benched?
Yes, literally. Tom Coughlin's writing in. He's like, "You're not sitting on that bench properly.
That's true.
I'm gonna get you out of here. You're gonna go to
get that.
Tampa and win a Super Bowl. And
Oh.
be one of the best scorers in fantasy. Let's start or sit a guy who threw 37 passes in the first half last week. Mike, what are we doing with Matty Ice?
Matty Ice, he's back. We are starting Matt Ryan this week because he's coming off his best game as a Colt, and he has a great matchup this week against the Tennessee Titans. Last week, threw for nearly 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, good for 27 fantasy points. The Titans have allowed the 5th most fantasy points per game and 2nd most passing touchdowns, despite already having their bye. Matt Ryan is my favorite streaming quarterback of the week, and Matty Ice is going to be fire, just like our shoe game in this segment, Patrick.
Oh, yeah, rocking the Jays. Well, I had to learn from one Michael F. Florio with regards to the foot game. Now I'm going to be self-conscious about it. We'll leave Matt Ryan and go to Adam Rank's favorite quarterback. Rank, are you ready for this?
Oh, my God, Kirk Cousins.
No, it's not Kirk.
Yeah.
No. It's Jared Goff of the 1-4, right? Detroit Lions. Are we starting Goff? He's back.
I mean, to Rank's pleasure, we are going to sit Jared Goff this week. Look, I know Jared Goff was playing great early in the
Glad
year.
the Lions start him.
I mean, shout out to Rank. He called it before the bye. He said sit Jared Goff. I said start, and Jared Goff was awful in that game. You see there, he's been struggling on the road this year if you buy into that narrative. But the real thing is Dallas leads the NFL in sacks. They've allowed the 2nd fewest yards per attempt this year and the 7th fewest fantasy points to quarterbacks. So there's lots of reasons to get away from Jared Goff this week.
It's not a narrative if it's actual facts.
Home road? That's I don't.
It's a legit. The numbers
I know
are the
someone who
numbers.
likes home road.
I don't know what to say.
Gaze upon the
A narrative is saying the Lions are fun when they're 1-4.
They are still fun.
That's a
fact.
narrative, though.
That's a
the
fact.
fact is they're 1-4 and they don't play well.
The intricacies of human communication being discussed in depth on Fantasy Live. We'll leave that and go to the quarterback on the other side. Dak is back. Are we starting him right off the bat, Mark?
Look, it's his first game back and everything, but it doesn't
do it.
matter. We are still starting Dak Prescott. If Dak is back for the Cowboys, he should be back for your fantasy team. Look, Dak Prescott, he brings a safe floor, but we know the high ceiling that he could bring, especially if he starts running more, being even further removed from that leg injury now. And he is playing Adam Rank's second favorite team now, the Detroit Lions, who've allowed the 2nd most fantasy points to quarterbacks this year. Plus, their offense at times can put up some points, and that just means that the Cowboys have to throw more.
All right.
The bench CeeDee Lamb because he's only good with Cooper Rush. That's a narrative.
That's a fact. Look at the numbers. That's a fact.
All of these things.
All sample.
All of these things. This is a narrative right now. This is fun.
The world is a narrative.
We can get this going. I've gone too far. Drake London, a start or a sit. We don't know what Arthur Smith's going to do. What are you going to do?
Unfortunately, London is falling right now. We are sitting.
Oh, I see what you did
Drake
there.
London, right? A little pun there. It hurts my heart because I was very high on Drake London coming into the year, and he was great the first 3 weeks of the season. But now, the last 3 games, he's been in single digits, and each of them largely because the Falcons are averaging 19 pass attempts per game in those 3 weeks. When you have a high percentage of targets, it doesn't matter when your quarterback's only throwing 19 times. And the Bengals secondary has been stingy. They've allowed the 5th fewest fantasy points to wide receivers. So unfortunately, we have to sit Mr. London this week.
Yeah, London has fallen. Also a 2016 Gerard Butler, Morgan Freeman film.
That's a real thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe if you want, check it out. We'll go from Drake London to Alan Lazard. We've needed a lot from the Packers offense. What do we do with him against the Commanders?
Big segment for the NFC North right now, but I think we start Alan Lazard, who has been better than I anticipated coming into this season. He has now caught a touchdown in 4 of his last 5 games, and in those 4 games, he scored at least 13 fantasy points. He leads the Packers in target and air yard share, so there's lots of opportunities going his way, and it's a good matchup against the Commanders. And after losing back-to-back games for the first time in the Matt LaFleur era, I'm thinking we get angry Aaron Rodgers, which could only mean good things for his pass catchers. That is a narrative.
Motivation. The Packers are going to try to win this week, Rank.
If you said that the Packers weren't trying sometimes, I'd be inclined to believe you.
There it is. Had to give him his opportunity. We'll leave that. First, regardless of what Florio says, this guy exists. Don't ignore this guy, Jacoby Myers. But are we starting him this week?
Usually he's a reliable option, but right now I think he's a sit this week. Last week he saw 4 targets. That was 5th on his own team. So like I need to see more volume going his way, Zappy. But the Bears secondary rank, they've been good. They've allowed the 4th fewest fantasy points to receivers. And I think this game could just become an absolute run fest between two teams that look to establish
That's where the Bears
the run.
have not been good.
Yeah, they struggle against the run, so I think the Pats will run the ball a lot, and we should know by now not to trust people named Myers.
Oh my gosh, another shot. I'm going to take a humble brag when Jacoby Myers reminds everybody of his existence. We're going to do this. He's here. He's here. There's people, our producers questioning it, I promise. But that's enough on wide receivers. We're going to hit the tight ends and the running backs in a little bit. It's time for round 2 of Michael F. Florio's Start 'em and Sit 'em. Now we're turning our attention to the running backs and tight ends. Of course, Marcus and Adam are over there to provide any instant feedback that we might need for this one. Florio, let's get started. In Duval County with one James Robinson, are we starting him against the Giants?
It hurts my heart to say, but we are sitting James Robinson this week. Look, James Robinson has just been losing opportunity the last couple of weeks. In the last 3 games, he's played less than half the snaps. He has somewhere between 8 and 12 carries in each and just 3 targets in those games combined. Travis Etienne continues to eat into his work. Robinson leads the NFL in carries for no gains or a loss right now. And during the break, Patrick said he would start Trevor Lawrence because he's going to run for multiple touchdowns. So that only hurts James Robinson.
I saw him run quarterback power last week, and it's like, all right, this is what we're doing with Trev now. Okay, let's get it. We'll leave James Robinson. Go to another running back in a split carry type situation, Kareem Hunter. Are we starting him against Baltimore?
Another running back coming into the year we thought would be really useful, but unfortunately, we have to sit Kareem Hunt for right now. He is coming off of literally his worst fantasy game of his career, where he scored less than 2 fantasy points. He's not being used in the passing game like he was with Baker Mayfield, and he has single-digit fantasy points in every game without a touchdown this year, and the Ravens have only allowed running backs to score 3 times this year, so I don't love his chances of finding the end zone.
Shout out to the only person on the planet missing Baker Mayfield. It's Kareem Hunt. Kenneth Walker has been so great. We have to start Kenneth Walker against the Chargers, right, Mike?
Oh, we are starting Kenneth Walker here. Kenneth Walker week lived up to the hype. He played over 70% of the snaps last week. He was going for over 100 total yards, and I love the matchup here. The Chargers, after struggling against the run all year last year right now, are giving up more fantasy points than anyone. So the Chargers, great matchup for running backs. Kenneth Walker, a really good running back, so get him in your lineup.
Really good running back. We had a really good situation at the start of the season. It's like, hey, Kyle Pitts is going to be great. This guy was ready for Kyle Pitts, and the Falcons camera caught him, and he's dancing. Just also, he found another Kyle Pitts, man. What kind of person comes prepared for a Kyle Pitts touchdown and just rips off his shirt? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Are you saying that's weird?
Yeah, it's a little weird. So let's get.
What's weird about that? Kyle Pitts season, it's still alive and well. We are starting Kyle Pitts this week because, I mean, he's a tight end, right? Like, we have to start tight ends, and he scored a touchdown last week. Look, I will fully admit he's not going to live up to my pre-draft expectations coming into this season, but that doesn't mean we still can't start him. The Bengals are allowing 14 fantasy points per game right now to tight ends, so that's just outside the top 10, and I'm hoping Atlanta will have to throw more if Cincinnati puts up points this week, so get him in there. He's a tight end, that's why I'm starting him and not Drake London.
I love the shirt. It's a great Kyle Pitts
I bought this
shirt.
before the year, and I haven't really had many opportunities to wear it.
Hey, we got it. It got on the show, so that's good. Check that box. Are we checking the box of Mike Gesicki? Another couple of score game. What are we doing, Mike Gesicki?
I need Rank's help to make me say his name correctly.
Gesicki.
We are sitting Mike Gesicki this week. I'm sorry. Mike Gesicki's coming
Look at all that for him to get set.
He's coming off his best game of the year, where he was literally the tight end 1 last week. But he's had 2 good games this season already, and besides that, fewer than 4.5 points in every other game. We know that he can pop off and have a couple of big games here and there, but good luck guessing when those will be, and I don't think it'll be this week, as the Steelers have held tight ends in check, but really struggled against receivers.
No, not struggling to bring you the starts and sits with the Kyle Pitts t-shirt. That's Michael F. Florio.